this one in. Chance
Sky Blue
Jorgensen.
Fans TV.
It's a fine header. Sent the keeper the wrong way and he skips with delight.
Good evening, welcome to Sky Blue Fans TV. Well, that's it. Season's over, and but we're still here. We're going to be here every Sunday. So please stay tuned to Sky Blue Fans TV. We're going to discuss a load of Sky Blue chat, transfer business, and all sorts of stuff as the season goes on. So don't go away. You'll always have your Sky Blue news here first. Sky Blue Fans TV, even though the season's finished. That's what we're going to talk about tonight, as well as the QPR game, your favourite game throughout the season, your worst games. I'm sure there's plenty to discuss. Also, we've got player of the season to be announced, and of course, we've got the prize to give away as well for all those who voted. And we've got some guests. So all our normal guests are here tonight. They're all on duty, all ready and raring to go. Good evening, Miles.
Good evening. How are we?
Not too bad, thank you very much.
Good.
Are you bored yet?
Yeah, bored already.
Well, of course, we normally be at the sports night tonight, but it's a bit too expensive for us. I mean, 150 quid, that's a bit too much after a big season of following the Sky Blues, away, especially away from home, and it's costing a lot of money. So it's a bit out of our price range, but no doubt we'll get news of who's won the official player of the season as the night goes on, maybe.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
We've got our own to announce as well, which is important. So we'll announce that a bit later on. Claudio, good evening, with a hat on tonight.
Good evening.
It's a bit wonky, that hat, but I don't know.
It's a bit like our defence.
Well, certainly in the last few games, definitely, I agree with you there.
I can't get it on straight, so I'm leaving it like this now.
How are you? All right?
Yeah, not too bad. I watched Solihull Moors today, actually. I thought I'd give them a watch.
Well, they did Archer. They lost on penalties, didn't they?
That's what Caroline says. She says, stop supporting teams at Wembley. They just keep losing on penalties. I was really hoping they get through because obviously, it is 17 minutes from my house, door to door. And I thought, when I can't get to see Cov, maybe I'll just pop down there if they're playing somebody decent, League Two. Yeah. And also, I thought maybe in the League Cup and that, you never know, do you? It'd be great, wouldn't it?
Oh, it'd be fantastic. That'd be a local derby, wouldn't it?
But unfortunately, they didn't make it, did they? And of course, Andy Wing, the manager.
Yeah.
And Craig Peed, yeah. But
never mind. They're going back to Wembley Cup as well, haven't they? They've got a cup game to go back.
On Saturday, FA Trophy final.
Making as many visits as us.
Yeah, exactly.
Vicky, good evening, Vicky.
Evening, Ken. You all right?
How are you? Did you enjoy the Legends Day yesterday?
I did, yeah, thanks. Yeah, it was good.
All your favourite, I'll see a few photos. We'll have a look at them a bit later on. I'm sure you chatted with a few, didn't you, as well?
Yeah, so that made up for the result. I enjoyed the day.
Talk about the result, unfortunately. Another home defeat. Not great. I was hoping for 3 points to end the season on a high of what's been a very entertaining season in parts. To be fair, the FA Cup run.
It would have been nice, wouldn't it, to have finished on a victory, just because otherwise it just ends a bit damp, doesn't it? So it's a shame that we couldn't just do something yesterday.
Yeah, our league form unfortunately suffered. What a manner everybody says. Our league form suffered. I think probably they had one eye on the cup, didn't they? And it's gone a bit downhill after that. They couldn't cope with playing cup matches on league games in the end, and the squad weren't big enough either, was it? At the end of the day.
No.
Miles, your thoughts on yesterday's game?
Well, yeah. What's my thoughts on yesterday's game? Look, the season finished after the Birmingham game. I think they knew the season was already over. They were concentrating on the FA Cup. They thought the FA Cup could bring us a little bit more success this season. I think with the team being injury hit and they didn't want to get injured and they wanted to get to Wembley semi-final. And to be honest with you, we're still talking about it now, and it must have played on the players' minds straight after that Wembley game to go on the run that we have been on. It still must be in the back of their heads that we won that game and we got it took away, and I think it just played a little bit on their heads. And I think yesterday they looked, first half, I didn't think we looked very good at all. And the second half, I thought we looked a lot brighter, and we probably could have come away with 3 points, or even just a point. It would have been nice to walk away with a point, but it was just one of those days, wasn't it? It was lovely to see the legends. Yesterday just felt a bit strange. I don't know about everybody else, but I'm exhausted from it all. I mean, I took my boss, his family yesterday. His 2 boys, their first game, and I was just hoping for a goal for them. I was just hoping for a goal for the little boys. They got one in the end, but I felt exhausted when I got there. It was just. It seems as if it's been a real long season, but it hasn't, if you know what I mean, because we'd still be going now if we were in the playoffs. It just feels as if it's just been draining for everybody. So if it's draining for the fans, it must be really draining for the players. And fair play to them. They've had it's been a great season. But yesterday, I just would have liked us to have either got a point or won that game, finish on a high. It would have been lovely to finish on a high. And with a good crowd as well, 29,500, I think it was, wasn't it? It was fantastic. And yeah, I just felt drained. That's how I felt yesterday was for me. But I haven't been well for about 5 or 6 weeks, so maybe that's something to do with it. But it was draining. It's been draining yesterday.
Yeah, it's disappointing to end in a defeat again, especially the last couple of matches where we could have easily got something out of it, and as it worked out, the other teams dropped points as well. So I think we were 9 points short in the end, weren't we, Claudio? 9 points short.
Yeah, that's probably down to our home form. I think.
When you said about the home, we only won 9 home games. Is that right?
We've won 9, drawn 8, lost 6.
Not good enough.
Of which 4 of those defeats have been in the last 5 home games.
Yeah.
So when you look at it now, we were in quite a good position. And we can talk about the cup games and the extra matches, but I said last week, the first 3 games, they're against teams we should beat anyway, not even with the strongest 11.
Yeah.
We then played Wolves, but we did have a 2-week break after the Wolves game. It was international break. And, I just think you can't that's too easy an excuse for me. And if we want to be successful, I just think you have to be prepared to have lots of games and get on with it. I know a bigger squad may have helped, but there was times this season where Mark Robins didn't really change it around much, did he? We had one part of the season we kept playing the same defence, didn't he, week after week?
Yeah.
And also I noticed at the start of the season how many games Kelly and McFadzean played in that period where we only won 3 matches out of 16. Because he signed Liam Kitchen for $4.5 million, whatever it was, sat him on the bench for a month, didn't he? Which was a weird thing to do.
He didn't play straight away, did he?
No, he didn't. But I just, it's like Miles says, we had last season, which was that was a slog, wasn't it, really? I mean, that took us to the last day. That was a real hard one. Then we had the playoffs. It was only this time last year that we agreed to have the 5-year deal on the ground as well. So it was everything's still going. And then all the signings, the comings and goings, the whole palaver with Victor and Gustavo Hamer. So it is kind of I think the weight was on everybody, I think, and I felt that with the fan base, with the home matches in the last 4 or 5 home games, apart from Leeds. I wouldn't say they're subdued; they just sounded knackered. It's like we've got to do this again. You know, it's hard even as a fan. I think, you know, I mean,
I think
you have to drink 3 or 4 pints, don't you? It's terrible.
I think I said to, who was I talking to yesterday? It was my boss. I said to Dan. I said to my boss. I said, do you know what? I said, I do feel really exhausted. And I said, when you look at the last few weeks, it's been 2 games a week. So it's been a Saturday, a Tuesday, or Saturday or Wednesday, Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday, Wednesday, and you haven't had a break. Although we had the international break, it's like Mark Roman said, it was something like 13 games, was it, or something like that, in about the space of about 6 weeks or something stupid. I can't remember what he said now. 9 games or something. And it was like 2 games a week. It wasn't 1 game a week. It was 2 games a week. And I mean, I did every ground for 2 seasons. I couldn't do it this year, health reasons, midweek and all that rubbish. But you know, you look at it and you think, blimey, I was only here the other night, or blimey, I was only there the other night, or you know, and you think, if it gets to the fans, it's obviously getting to the players. And but
the problem
you just feel exhausted, don't you? You do.
The problem was the 2 games that were changed were Hull and Ipswich, weren't they?
Yeah.
Because the cup games, and they were thrown right in the wrong end of the season for us. Now, if they'd have been maybe Rotherham and I don't know, whoever else down the bottom, that might have made it a bit easier. And I think that's what the problem was. We would have had a week in between the games, wouldn't we? And that's what caused the problem at the back end of the season. But I mean, overall, come on. I mean, it's kind of disappointing. I would say it's been a really good season. I wouldn't go as far as great. Some people are going over the top because cup runs a lottery, aren't they? Really, you don't know who you're going to get. We could have got Man United in the third round and gone out, you know, straight away, and that's it. End of the cup run. Like we did. I mean, we got knocked out by Wimbledon in the League Cup. So So I just think I was with the amount of people who came in and out and all the rest of it. Hamer leaving too late. That was another problem. He left with a few days to go.
Started that game at Leicester, didn't he?
Yeah, and that's why I think we made the mistake to start with, because we probably should have got. We knew he was going. Get somebody in, 2 players in. You know he's going. He's going to go, and we could have sold him then. I think we could have gambled, and then January transfer window the same.
But we kept saying, and Vicky kept saying as well. I remember Vicky saying at the beginning of the season, didn't you, Vic? I remember you saying this. You said, if Hamer's going, go now so we can replace him, or bring someone in because we know that he's going. We did it again. Typical Coventry City. Sold a player last minute, which stopped us from getting any replacements in. Didn't you, Vic? I'm sure it was you that said it.
Yeah, I remember us having that conversation, Miles. Yeah, we were saying it's not doing us any favours.
No.
Like him hanging around when we're all pretty sure he's going. As soon as he said he wasn't going to sign a contract, we had to just get rid.
Yeah. But he's on his own. Yeah. Vicky, yesterday's game, and you up in the Legends Lounge, weren't you?
Yeah. So I had a. Yeah, I was up in the posh seats. I'll tell you what, you get a good view up there. There's a good view up there.
Was it we're talking about value for money? Was it value for money? Because we found the Players of the Year thing. These are some of the photos from yesterday. So you can right on the halfway line there by the looks of it.
Yeah.
That's the flag from Wembley.
Yeah, that looked good, didn't it? I thought when they got that out again.
Yeah, it's nice. Nice to see that again.
Food was nice. Got like a fair few drinks. It was well organised. Saw lots of people. Decent seats. So I mean, it's not cheap, is it? But it wasn't unreasonably priced. I felt like I got reasonable value. I think.
Do you get a Legend on the table?
No, they sit them all together on like about 3 tables. And then they sort of mingle around and you can go up and talk to them, and they have some of them up on the stage talking, which actually I think is better, because we were saying that maybe it would be better if they had some on the table, but if you ended up with one on your table that you didn't even really know, let's say it was someone from before my time.
Embarrassing, wouldn't it?
Yeah. So I thought actually it's probably better they sit them all together. They can have a chat and a catch up. It makes it nice for them, and then the fans can you're allowed to mingle around and talk to them and like get photos and stuff.
And Doug King up there as well.
Duncan came up, he had a chat for a bit, he did a little speech. Jim Brown did one. Sakamoto came in and spoke for a bit. O'Hare came up after the match. It was really good.
What was O'Hare saying? Did you have a question? He's on the way. Did he
They
give
didn't
any-
ask him. Harry, who does like questioning, he said, "I won't ask you about like your next move." He just said, "I'll talk about your time here and like what you're going to do." And he said, because apparently he only had 4 days off last summer because he was having to obviously get back to fitness, and so he said the main thing he's going to do now is go on holiday because he's not really had a holiday because he only got 4 days last year. So that's about as much as they said about what he's doing next.
He had 9 months doing nothing. What are you on about?
Especially in rehab. Wait a minute, you're not going away, are you? Yeah. So he said he's off to Spain if anyone wants to follow him.
he's going to Spain. That's interesting. He's got his lessons as well. So maybe a club lined up out there. I don't know. Wouldn't rule that out. What did you think of the game yesterday? The bit of a damp one, weren't it? A bit of a, it wasn't great.
It was one of those frustrating games because I thought, like, we came out and we sort of passed it around not too bad to start with. Just didn't look threatening enough, did we? Like, it was one of those games you're thinking, look, we're having all the play, but QPR are going to go up the other end and score. And you could just see it happening, and that's exactly what happened, wasn't it? Like, they hadn't really done anything. We'd got the majority of the possession, and then they go up and score. And,
I mean, their keeper made a couple of decent saves, didn't he, from O'Hare?
Yeah, but it just felt like it was going to be that type of day where it wasn't going to quite.
Don't start on the keepers. Don't start on the keepers.
What's interesting, I saw a little clip of Ange Postecoglou. Yeah, I can say it, you see. Some people can't. Ange Postecoglou, I won't do it again.
Normally,
well, he completely was losing the plot with his Spurs players, effing and blinding at them, trying to get them to go forward, stop passing it backwards, is what he kept saying to him. And I thought, I just wish he'd stand on our line one day and shout that at our players, because my word, the amount of balls played around the back when there's no need to. Yeah. And what frustrates me, I mean, obviously we got a better view because we're sitting above them. And I'm thinking, surely when our centre halves have got the ball, they can see that the nearest bloke to him is totally free and just give him the ball. Why do they look at him twice, touch the ball, and then try and put it across the other side, and then we just lose it? Yeah. It's so frustrating. And Mark Robins goes on about it, about how, they need to be braver. I'd be going ballistic at them if they kept doing that, because it's just,
that's what it is, isn't it? It's bravery, isn't it? Because more than once yesterday, and actually I could see it because I was so high up yesterday, I could see it even more than normal. But so many times yesterday, either Sims or O'Hare or even Wright were making runs and just ready for someone to just play them through, and instead someone played it backwards and then sideways, and you could see like Sims and O'Hare getting frustrated, saying, "I've just made a great run there, but you've not played me in." And then we pass it around a bit, then we lose it, and it's just like frustrating.
I mean, we put ourselves into a corner sometimes, don't we, where we end up doing silly passes back to the keeper who's low on confidence, and we just play into opposition's hands. And we have done it for quite a few games now, and it's such a shame, because I think when we're on it and we go forward and we have a go, we are so dangerous, but we don't do it enough.
That first goal, I mean, I don't know. The keeper never even moved, did he? Our keeper.
Right now, listen about that now. Right now, as I said, me boss was there, and his wife never been to a football match, and she sat there and she watched that, and she goes, "Didn't even move."
No,
I said to her, because they were right behind it. I said to her, could he see it? There was no one in his way, and he didn't even move. And then she said the second one. It's so funny coming from someone that doesn't watch football. And she went, the second one just went through his legs.
I'm not quite sure what happened. It was awful.
How on earth? I mean,
but they all missed as well, Miles. Binks and I think Sims.
Four of them against one QPR player, and it's
just unbelievable. But what I'm saying, the second half, we could have got back in it, because if it weren't for their keeper made some saves. I turned Paul's commented on here, Paul Crickford. I commented to him behind. I said, "Can we sign him?" Because he was stopping the bloody ball. Our keeper, and then second half, our keeper completely misses it. It's the bloody post.
Yeah.
The ball's gone. He's gone underneath the ball as he's had a shot. He's done what he did at Man United when that cross came in. He's gone under the ball
Under.
and
Yeah.
it's hit the post and come out. I think he needs to go to bloody Specsavers or something. I think he needs an eyesight test. Because I tell you something, we've got to. Look, I'm going to go on. I'm having a rant. I don't care. Right? Seriously, we need some keepers. I'm sick of it now. We need a keeper. Starts at the back. We've got to get a keeper. I've been saying for about the last 6 months. We need a keeper. It's got to be done. I love them to bits. I love all the players. You know I love all the players. But we need a new keeper. We need a number 1 keeper. We can't have 2 number 2 keepers. And we can't go.
Would you say
get
rid of all 3 keepers then?
No, not get rid of all 3. Simon Moore's going to go, we know that. But you've got to have a number 1 keeper. There's no point in going for the Rotherham keeper. What's his name? The Swedish keeper.
Johansson.
Whatever his name is. Johansson. Can't go for him. We've got to go for someone that is on the bench at a Premier League side.
That's
Got to get a Premier League goalkeeper. We have said on the train that Joe Hart's out of contract at Celtic. Go and get bloody Joe Hart. You know what I mean? Go and get Joe Hart. You've got to have someone who's got a presence. Our 2 keepers haven't got a presence, and Wilson got clean sheets last season because of what was in front of him. If you've got what's in front of you that is confident, that breeds your confidence. Look at Collins when Kitchen and Bobby was playing really well. You look when they were both playing really, really well.
Yeah.
Brad Collins was playing really, really well. But as soon as they start stuttering, Brad Collins starts stuttering. You can't have that. You've got to have someone who is constantly solid at the back. Got to be.
Yeah, I mean, it's a shame because all 3 keepers started really well, didn't they, when they first came into the side? Simon Moore was excellent. Same as Wilson, he was excellent. And, even Collins was excellent when he first came in.
Someone raised a point on Facebook, Ken, I was reading earlier, to say that's 3 goalkeepers that all started their careers promisingly and then deteriorated. Is the issue actually like the goalkeeping coach or something in the club? Because why is that happening time and again? I don't know.
Something's not right. Something's not right. Something needs to be done.
Yeah,
all this passing around at the back, man. Seriously, just get rid of the flipping thing. Look at QPR yesterday. They got into a little bit of bother in the box. So just one player turned around, just hoofed it. Boom, gone. Yeah. See you later. Look at us against Ipswich the other night, dilly-dallying around in the bloody box. It's like you're having a laugh, aren't you?
So
get rid. If it goes out for a corner, lob it out for a corner. If it goes out for a throw, get into Rose End. Just get rid of the bloody thing. And today, right, Liverpool were struggling towards the end of the game. Mo Salah has took a throw-in. No, sorry, Trent Alexander has took a throw-in. He's in his own half. He's lobbed it down the other end of the pitch to get it down the pitch, like you were saying, Claudio, last week. You know, just get rid of the flipping thing. And we don't. We're like, this short throw-ins and short corners and dilly-dally and getting it out the back. Get rid of the flipping thing. Get it gone.
Last season, we had 20 clean sheets in the league, and that's what got us into the playoffs. Because we had some tight games last year, didn't we? A lot of 1-0s.
1-0s, yeah.
You know, and that's what we needed. But this season, I predicted a 2-2 draw, didn't I, during the week? Because I just knew we'd let in a couple of goals.
Yeah. Rumours, just a quick one, sorry to interrupt. Glenn's come in. He said, rumours, apparently, deal already agreed, Wilson is off. He said, it's common knowledge at the awards night, apparently.
Oh, well.
There you go.
Rumours starting already at the awards night, which...
We'll have that all summer now, won't we? It's going to be rumours all summer.
Yeah.
Can I just bring this comment in for all of you guys and everyone that's joined us on the channel this year, whoever's been a guest. Gar87's come in, said, evening everyone. Thanks for all the shows this season, guys. Great keeping us all entertained. We appreciate all the work you all put in. each one of you. Keep them coming. Thank you, Garrett.
Thank you.
And
Yeah,
we all want to say thank you for everyone watching, but also the guests that come on. Thank you so much as well. Fantastic. And if you are watching, you haven't been on yet, and you want to come on, get in touch. Emails going across the bottom of the screen. Sorry, Ken, carry on.
About to say, Gower, we had some raffle tickets for him during the week on Thursday, but you didn't win.
Close but no cigar. It's like when I got that tenner off. I got that tenner off Ralph, didn't I, on Saturday? I went, he gave me the tenner. I went, you didn't win, by the way.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I've got that tenner off Paul. I've got that tenner off Paul for you as well, Ken. I forgot I haven't transferred it.
Yeah, it ended up we sold quite a few, and it was a good night in the end. We had a good chat. It all went well. Any more messages we can go through? Comments?
Oh, loads of comments. Paul Hughes, good evening. Let's do all the evening alls.
Yeah,
Paul Hughes, good evening. Good evening,
Evening,
Paul.
Well,
Danny Woodhouse, hello. And Joyner says, evening to you all. Good evening, Anne. Loving the new look. Claudio from Anne.
New fashion,
Graham Cockle says, evening to you all. Good evening. Cov Andy says, evening all. Sitting here in sunny Pompey with a bottle of red and thinking if you had offered me our league position and an FA Cup semi-final at the start of the season, would have snatched your hand off. That's a good comment. Yeah.
Well, that's fair enough. I think most of them done that, wouldn't they? I think I agree there.
Yeah. I bet Andy's going later on in the season. He'll be saying, "I can't believe it. I live in Portsmouth and I can't get a bloody ticket."
No, you can always get a ticket. Someone will always sort them out. They always do. Anne Joyner says, evening, Vicky. Really good to meet you at Blackburn. In the Fernhurst.
Yeah.
Looks like you had a fabulous day yesterday. Quentin Cartwright says, good evening.
Yeah, just to say, it was lovely to meet Anne. I bumped into her in the pub in Blackburn, and we had a lovely chat, and that was really nice.
Yeah, she talks for England, old Anders, bless her.
Nice.
Oh, I've got something to tell you, actually. We were talking yesterday at the game. Now, you know, in the concourse, right, the CBS.
Yeah.
You know where in between block 15 and I think it's block 19, you've got the Camden's bar and then you've got some other bars. Have you ever noticed the yellow lines on the floor?
There are yellow lines on the floor. Yeah. What are they for? Are they for?
So you know, like when you're driving, you go to a T junction and there's a yellow box, isn't there? Yellow lines.
Yeah.
Yeah. At the ground.
Safety.
For
health and safety, them lines are they?
No. So anyway, there's these yellow lines. Yeah, there's a gap. There's these yellow lines. Now, apparently, if you've got a pint of beer, you're not allowed to stand on those lines because you can see the pitch through the entrance.
Oh, I see.
Apparently so.
That's been reinforced, hasn't it?
So they reckon that they'll be able to see you drinking beer all the way back there. Have a word. Seriously. I forgot to get a picture of it. And let me down. She didn't get a picture. Lee Beckett says, good evening all. Graham Cockle says, thank you, Liam Kelly, for your service to the club.
Yeah.
We all appreciate your professionalism and we'll remember you big time. Yeah, should we have a little chat about Liam Kelly quickly?
Liam Kelly, fantastic servant for the club. He's been there from League Two, hasn't he, all the way up, and certainly his partnership with Michael Doyle, with the famous song, which we had.
Yeah.
Remember that night for Notts County for a long, long time when it got sang all night. Yeah, it was a brilliant servant, and end of contract. I suppose you've got to move on to some stage of your career, and yeah, great servant, and I hope he gets another club. He could probably do a job for somebody in League One, League Two. I think he's still got a little bit in him. He's been in our team the last couple of matches. Robbins had played.
It was quite nice because I thought he had not too bad a game yesterday. Because I thought against Blackburn, I thought you can sort of see, we're probably going to move him on. I thought yesterday he had a nice game, and it was a nice way to end. I thought that he had I thought was a fairly decent performance. So that was quite a nice ending.
Yeah, he hasn't quite got the pace now, has he? But
Yeah.
you know, he's
He had a
certainly
good shot. He had a good shot in the second
good
half.
shot.
Oh, that was close,
That'd
wasn't
be
it?
nice, wouldn't it, if that had got him?
it'd be nice.
Well, he hit,
if,
he hit the post against Ipswich, didn't he?
yeah, he did. Yeah,
Yeah.
he did.
Uh,
But he came
very
close to signing off with a goal, didn't he? But yeah,
Yeah.
I wish him all the best. I think he's been fantastic servant. I'm sure we'll all agree on that. And we'll talk a little bit in the second half about what players may be coming in and what else and what other players do you think are going to go. So
well,
yeah,
he was Mark Robbins' first signing.
Yeah.
Kelly.
Yeah,
So,
he's been good for us, hasn't he? He's been just a solid midfielder. I mean, I remember League Two after we all met up in the Fizzy Moon after we won it, the playoff. A very drunk Claudio went up to him and went, "I like you, Liam. You can pass. You can pass a ball." I mean, ridiculous, isn't it? Really? I know. And he went, "Thanks for that. I'm glad you noticed." But he was actually smiling, so he thought it was funny.
I wonder where he'll go. I wonder where he'll go. Will he go to League One? Maybe League Two again.
I think.
Where would you think he would go?
I'd say League One. He could do a good job in League One for a League One team. I think.
Rotherham.
Possibly someone like that. Maybe. Yeah. Yeah, it'd be ideal.
Yeah, or even one of the teams coming up from League Two that need to strengthen a bit. He could go in there and a bit of experience would be good. Like you know,
yeah.
He might even go to Birmingham.
Well, that's legal, isn't it? I forgot about that. Yeah.
He's used to playing there.
I shouldn't laugh, really, should you? I know they helped us out, but my God,
Well,
I feel sorry for the fans.
Bizarre defence, wasn't it? That happened. Who do you expect all them teams at the bottom to win, and then Birmingham go down? I thought if Birmingham won, they'd stay up, but obviously they all were. I didn't bank on Blackburn winning at Leicester and Plymouth beating Hull. That was a shock.
No.
And the thing is, when it was 0-0, they needed was Leicester to score a goal, and they'd have probably been okay because of the goal difference with Blackburn, and then Blackburn going win it. But I just think the way
the goal from. You see the goal from Blackburn?
Yeah.
The second one.
I just think that shows you what happens when you got owners who are bloody clueless, basically. And doing what they did at the wrong time of the season, bringing in what they thought was a Hollywood signing, it ain't going to work, is it? Especially when his track record was poor anyway. Rooney elsewhere, and 6 managers, was it? Shocking. That is so bad.
And they took too long to do anything about it as well, didn't they? They left him in that position for they were too proud to say we've got this wrong and move him on earlier, in which case they could have probably saved themselves.
And did you see that kid on the? Yeah. Did you see that kid on the pitch afterwards when there was the pitch invasion, and he had that shot? He had a shot, didn't he, from about 40 yards with 80 fans in front of him, and it went in the top corner. And somebody posted, "Professional footballer can't get it over a 4-man wall. This kid's just put it over 80 people straight in the top corner."
I didn't see that.
And they all ran on him and sort of dived on top of him. It's hilarious.
Brilliant.
Yeah,
it was quite nice though, watching that like the montage they do when they're showing like the different games and they're seeing how it's changing the position. I was watching that this morning on the EFL programme thinking, how many years was that including us? Like how many times would we be watching that like montage thing and it would be us? And I thought this is nice that that's nowhere near us anymore.
I've got a question here. So we've had 15 seasons in the Championship. What's our average position?
10th.
Oh, no, I think it'd be lower than that, about 16th.
Miles?
How many seasons again? 15.
15 seasons we've played in the Championship since we went down in 2001.
I'll go and look I'm looking at the league table now. I'm going to go unlucky for some 13.
It's actually 15th. That's our average position.
Oh, it said 15. What does that say, 16?
We forget we've had some shockers. We've had a 23rd, obviously, 18th, 19th, 17th, 21st, 17th. We had a 19th, a 20th in that lot.
Yeah, the bad old day. Yeah.
This is
Well,
our third best. This is our third best championship season, like since we got relegated from the Premier League. Like third best
We've got to-
season in this.
We've got to go. We've got to go for it next season. Got to
Yeah.
go for it.
What's strange as well, it's a
Right.
weird season because we only lost one game. We won 18 games last season and we won 17 games this season. If we'd have had a better end of the season, we could have won more games than last season, but might still not have actually made the playoffs. Like Hull, it just shows how weird this league is that we could have actually won a couple more games, beat last season's win total, and still not made the playoffs because it's been a stronger championship this year. It's odd, isn't it?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's been stronger because the relegated team Birmingham ended up on 50 points. That's normally the magic number.
Yeah.
How on it? I mean, and Joyner just says this. I just noticed this comment come up. That Eustace's team, Blackburn, obviously won to help send Birmingham down. So
yeah. Very
People
much so.
the manager of Blackburn now, they stayed
Yeah,
up.
very much so.
People want automatics next season. You got to win at least 26 matches. That's
You've got to have everyone firing on all cylinders, and you've got to have a big enough squad. And I still don't believe that we're going to have a big enough squad for automatics. And it's a shame because we really have got to go and try and push for it. This will be Doug King will have a 3-year plan. This would be it'd be his second season, full season, won't it? Be his second full season. So he's still got another 4 seasons to go. So yeah, it's
a degree of luck as well, though, isn't it? Because it's about having the right players fit at the right times, and not losing key players. So it's about having depth and quality, but it's also a bit of luck as well. It's a whole load of different factors.
Yeah. Anyway, let's have a short break.
you just go on. Yeah.
We'll have a little break. We'll come back and chat more. Yeah.
Okay.
Sky Blue Fans TV, for the fans, by the fans.
Good evening, welcome back to Sky Blue Fans TV. We're just chatting about the Sky Blue season so far and the QPR game, and we're just about chatting about players, squads. Now, here's a question for you: what other players do we need? Do you think will be going? Because I think Godden will be going myself. I put a little list of 6 people here: Kelly, Godden, Moore, possibly Wilson as well. Allen, Jemmy Allen, and Binks will go back. Because he's on loan, isn't he? So that's 6 players.
Yeah. So I've just had a message come through that it is true about Ben Wilson. He's been told to look elsewhere. So it does look like Ben Wilson is going. Yeah. Godden. Yeah. I think Godden's going. Moore. Yeah. Allen possibly. Kelly we know is going.
I mean, would you like Binks to come back? I'd like Binks to come back. I would actually, if we can rearrange another loan deal, but that depends.
Do you know what? I think I don't think he's had enough game time. To be honest with you, I don't think he's had enough game time. Where I don't think we've seen the best of him. I think the best challenge I've ever seen him do is when he took Bruno Fernandes out at Wembley. I thought that was freaking brilliant. And he broke his hand, so fair play to him for that one because I can't stand the guy. But I don't think he's played enough for me. I would love to have seen him play a bit more. I think, but personally, from what I've seen, I think he's better than Kitchen. To be fair,
I do. I think he's more comfortable on the ball, definitely.
He's definitely more comfortable. He's more comfortable on the ball. He can strike a ball. He's bigger. He's stronger. He looks stronger. He looks bigger. His physique looks better. He does look more confident when he brings the ball out. and I don't believe that we've seen the best of him. It would be good to sign him, but it's very difficult to sign a loan player, as we know from the past. Although we have signed loads of loan players since then, O'Hare and all sorts of loans that we've signed. But do you know what? I'm going to be controversial here, and everyone's going to hate me for this one. I love Casey Palmer, but I think Casey Palmer needs to move on.
You think so?
I think he's a luxury player. We can't be having, if you want to get out of this league, we can't be having little flicks here, there, and everywhere and stuff like that. I love the guy. I think he's brilliant. I really do. I think he's a great footballer. Yeah, very frustrating. And we had that with Emma Bakari, if you remember. He was frustrating, and I don't think we can afford to have that sort of player. If we want to move forward, we can't have that attitude. We've got to have
work rate.
You got to have the mentality, the mental attitude like Ipswich did when they came to us. Ipswich came to us last week. Their mental attitude was to just keep going and going and going and going. If you've seen Casey yesterday when he came on and stuff, if he lost the ball, he's throwing his dummy out the plan. But I'm probably going to be controversial with that. But I think it's time that he moved on. To be honest with you, obviously Ben Wilson. Anyone else?
Well, I mean, there's 6, 7, 7. Counting O'Hare as well, because I
can't see anybody going. I can't see anybody going who's on like 3.5, 4 year contracts unless someone comes in with big money. Because what's the point of signing them for that length of time?
I mean, I don't know how. I think Godden's only got a year left, hasn't he?
Yeah.
So maybe he'll be looking to play games. So he might say, "Look, can I?"
But we can't. I mean, we've got the lad who comes in from Peterborough. You know what? I watched that last night as well, and I'm thinking, please don't get injured. I just thought this is just our luck. That he gets injured playing for Peterborough.
Yeah.
Before he comes to us right at the end of the season. So I'm glad he hardly touched the ball, which I thought was great. just don't get involved.
Just stand over out the way.
And I think there's so many players who you talk about Ipswich, but it's the work rate. If you haven't got the out and out skill to beat people, you have to really just work in this division.
Yeah.
And that's why anybody can beat anybody. If you're not on it on a certain day, you get done over.
I think another one that hasn't worked is De Silva.
Yeah.
I think De Silva hasn't worked.
Well, his corners certainly don't work. But
I was ready to catch one yesterday. Waiting.
But
well, you know what? I said yesterday when he took the first corner, I said, I hope he doesn't ever hit it again. And he didn't even beat the first man. And I was like, it's one extreme to the other, isn't it?
Do you know what? That keeper, yesterday, and other clubs must say, just give them a corner because it ain't going anywhere. Give them a throw because it ain't going anywhere. They ain't got a clue, and we ain't got a clue. So if you're looking.
Hamer was the best at corners for us, weren't he? When he was here, Hamer, he normally got it from.
Look at Victor Torps could put in a good corner. Yeah, he's great at corners, Torp. But
I think that'll make us a threat from corners next season. I think we'll be better next season with him.
Yeah, but I mean they're going to employ a set piece specialist. That's what Dennis was, wasn't he? So they're going to employ a set piece. But so if you're looking at Godden, Moore, Allen, Kelly, O'Hare, Wilson, Binks, De Silva, and Bidwell, that's 8 players out.
You saying Bidwell as well?
Well, I don't know. I'm just saying that's what people are saying. Bidwell. Yeah. I don't want Bidwell to go. I love Bidwell. I think he's great.
Yeah, I do.
I absolutely love to bits. I think he's.
That's the only one you don't love.
I love him.
You love them all. You love them all.
I love them all, but I love Bidwell the best. I think Bidwell's got the best song.
I love them all.
Song.
I love them all, but I love Coventry City more. And end of.
There's no player
just brilliant.
Yeah.
But Bidwell yesterday in the second half, he was getting forward and he was trying. He was trying everything to try and get us into that box and get the ball in the box. You give it Hadji right out there, and he runs out of ideas. And you're like, what are you doing? He runs out of ideas of what to do. And
He's
you're
too
like,
slow with
all of a
ideas, I
sudden-
find. Don't you? Do you think it
That's
just
what
takes
I
too
mean.
long to decide what to do? It's a frustrating.
Yeah, he runs out of ideas. And
Yeah.
all of a sudden, he's got 3 players on him. Well, he ain't getting three players, is he?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
The Silva's
Yeah,
a weird
I-
one though, because against Man United at Wembley, he looked like a player. He looked like a different player. Like, what's that all about?
He did. He had a very good game. Yeah.
he's too
I know
small.
he's
think-
too
small.
small.
He's only small. It doesn't help him.
But it is interesting when we played Wolves and we played United, when we actually played the ball around. Both teams gave us a lot of space to play, and I think
Yeah.
that's what happens when you go up into Premier League.
Yeah.
It's totally
Yeah.
different. There's not many teams who are hounding you down like they do in
Yeah.
the Championship.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
And some
and
players
because
are
there's no
suit
because there's no VAR, it might be different next season. Because there's no VAR, the challenges are flying in everywhere.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, there's going to be a lot of sending offs next season, with foots being left in and the odd naughty little tackle, the odd elbow, as we've suffered with this season. It's all going to get picked up next season. So,
Well, hold on a minute.
well,
Is
yeah,
it going to get?
No.
Is it going to get picked up? Is it?
fair point.
Yeah. Is it going to get picked up?
We
'Cause
we
you
might
know
get it though,
exactly
because
what's going to happen.
we might be classed as one of the big clubs in the Championship, so we get all the benefits.
Seriously, now you got to. Yeah, I can't believe you just said that. No, it'll get picked up.
Depends who's on
Jesus
this
Christ.
party.
Is there any more comments, Mark? 'Cause
referees.
Got a
There's
few more
loads of
comments.
comments. Yeah,
Yeah.
get the comments
you?
out. Let's.
Few. Wayne
Oh, yeah.
Littlewood, good evening. All disappointed end to the season and glad it's over now.
Standard.
Going to be interesting summer to see how we kick on with who stays and who goes.
Yeah.
Join
Good
us,
Wayne. Evening, Wayne.
Yeah,
Good
good
night.
evening, Wayne. Oh! How did Saturday night go, Wayne? How did it
Yeah.
go?
Well, I can tell you it was good. I was there. It was a good night, and he raised quite a lot of money. I think they're just waiting for the final figure, but they're looking between £3,000 and £4,000. I think.
Fantastic. Congratulations.
Oh,
Well
good.
done, Wayne. Brilliant stuff.
Very
And
good.
join us says, yes, Miles, exhausted too. Be good to have a rest now. Recharge the batteries for next season. Did you get a pint in the ground? Hope you didn't drink it on the yellow box. There she goes. That's what she's talking about, the yellow box. I did get a drink in the ground. It was bloody awful. Paul Cuttyford says 1 point since Leeds is relegation form. It's a good job QPR was the last game. The season was a poor start, a poor finish with a bit of fun in the middle. Under 21s on the bench all season. Lee Beckett comes in. He says, think this will be the first season in the last 7 where we can have a proper pre-season with no off-the-field issues. Core of our squad due to only one loan. Yeah, it'd be good to have the season, well, a summer where we can reset and everything. Rob Nichols, good evening, Rob. The loss of Sakamoto was key to the poor results. We had to fill in with Milan Van Ivak up front. Meant we were weaker on the right back. Fabio is really a striker, and Eccles, who's a midfielder. Eccles. I like how he spelled that. That's good. Wayne Littlewood says the FA Cup has pampered over the cracks.
Papered.
Oh, was that paper? Sorry, what did I say? Pampered. Papered over the cracks. Sorry.
No,
Papered over the cracks in our league performances. Ian Courts come in and said, league game of the season, Leicester home. Any word on season tickets? The shows have been brilliant. Thank you to you all. See you next season, PUSB. Great podcast, Claudio. Thank you, Ian Courts.
Cheers, thanks for that.
Thank you
Thanks,
for watching.
Ian.
Talking about the podcast before we just do another one. There you go. It's out now. If you want to watch it, or listen to it, I mean. And we've got some news coming up at the end of the show for you. So there's Claudio's latest podcast there. It's available now. It is available now. And now I've lost my position. That's good, isn't it? Hold on a sec. I've got it. Cobb Andy says, at one point yesterday, we had over 20 passes without getting out of our own half. I noticed that as well. Blimey. Lee Beckett says, amount of runs Eccles made in the first half down the right, but only had a couple of balls played to him. Yes, they were. But his crossing wasn't great, was it?
Happens to Bridwell as well. Bridwell's always like involved in he finds himself wide and he's always involved in a pass, and they don't pass to him either. It's just crazy.
Yeah, definitely. Ian Primlock says, we played like that at Ipswich, cost us the second goal. Too much play at the back. Yeah, that's what you were saying, Claudio, wasn't it? Average attendance this season is 25,045. League One was 12,363. It shows how far we have come, but the fans' expectations are higher, so recruitment has to be spot on. We've got to bring in quality, haven't we, really? Anne Joyner says, totally agrees about Collins. Miles needs replacing. Yeah,
But Miles needs replacing.
Yeah, me. Yeah, I need replacing.
It's all about the commas, isn't it? You've got to put the comma in the right place there.
Yeah, yes, you have. That definitely is. Thanks, Anne. Ian, thoughts? The hair is too much money, wouldn't it? It'd be a fortune, wouldn't he? He ain't going to take our wages, is he? The hair.
100k.
You've got no chance, have you?
Just weird.
And
That no one's gone for him. Weird.
Yeah. So that was Ian Pimlock said De Gea would want massive wages. Yeah, he definitely would. We've had that one from Glenn. And Joyner, maybe they need to get Oggy back as a goalkeeping coach. I don't think he would now, would he? Graham Cockle says defence coach is first priority and all new defence players. Yeah, I don't know. We've just got to see what happens. I think Bobby Thomas, there's a player in there. I think Bobby Thomas, you've seen it in some parts of the games this season, how good Bobby can be. Just a little bit, kitchen. It's League One, isn't it? But, Graham Cockle says, and thanks, a good point. What? And that's a good point.
About the defensive.
What? Oh.
Can't remember now.
Well,
It was a good point anyway.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, about the goalkeeper. Gavin, it was a good point. Gavin Collins, hi everyone. We need to sign players that also have leadership qualities and a voice on the pitch. New goalkeeper and experienced centre-backs. Younger version of Fads to mentor the younger defence that we have. Yeah, we do, definitely. Yeah, then, I'll ask you all a question. Oh, Paul's coming from Gran Canaria. Good evening, Paul. Nice to see you. I hope the weather's nice out there. I bet it is. Can't wait to come out in November. Yeah, be over in November. Here's one for you. Did we let Fads go too early then, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Simple,
Vicky?
yes.
Ken's just like, yes on it.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that earlier. It's a weird one, isn't it? Because we were saying we don't want to play 5 at the back anymore. We want to go 4. And so we got rid of Fads. But actually, in hindsight, it was a mistake, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think probably Robbins would realise that now. It's all right saying it now, I suppose. We didn't know at the time. But obviously, injuries, suspensions, and, and a change of tactics, we could have done with him. It would have been. But, hey-ho.
Yeah. Never mind, it's done now. Evening all. Thanks for the entertainment from Janet. Thank you very much. Ian Pimlott says it's not just entertainment you have been providing. It's the valuable link to my club, as I can't afford to get to the games. So it's CWR and you guys. Thank you, Ian. That is lovely.
Okay.
Thank you so much. That is really kind of you. Thank you. Mark Rainbow. Is there any players you would be surprised if they left in the summer? Oh, there's a good one. I like that one.
Ben Sheaf.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know there's a lot of talk, but someone's got to come in with good money.
The right amount of money, haven't they, before Doug King? We know what Doug King's like. I don't think he'll let them go cheap.
And and also Milan.
Yeah. What about you,
I
Vic?
think as well. The clubs that have been linked with Sheaf, I'm not sure. None of them have got the money to match what Doug will be asking for. Like they'll have an offer that they can make. It won't be enough, I don't think, and I don't think any of them have got enough cash to be thrown around and gambling. On overpaying for a player, like teams like Luton and Ipswich, they can't afford to overpay young players. Like that's the sort of things that the top clubs do, isn't it? So I'd be surprised if he goes because I just don't think anyone will match what Doug wants for him, and he's under contract, so we've got no reason to sell him.
And then we've got to replace him if he goes, haven't we?
Yeah. So I'm hoping that's just like paper talk. I'll be disappointed as well if
And also, Luton, they want the money for the ground, don't they, as well?
Yeah.
You know, they're a sensible club, Luton. And they're run by supporters. They're not going to be throwing the money around because of what happened in the past. They can't risk it.
Yeah.
So, and actually, I still think with the players they've got, they'd be good enough to go straight back up again. Luton, they're going to be a tough team next season if they come down.
Yeah.
Yeah, but do you think they'll hold on to the players like Barkley and
No.
Townsend and things like that? That's the problem,
I'd be very surprised because Barkley's proven again. I think he's been quality for him this season. What I've seen of him, he's their standout player.
I haven't watched them this season.
But,
I don't want to go down there again. I can't be bothered with that place. But I was going to ask you about Ben Sheaf. How much do you think he's worth?
30 million.
Yeah, I'd say 30. Nothing less.
In this day, I look at around that figure. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Contract to 2026. Quality player. Like experience from his Arsenal youth days. Like, it's just 30 million.
Yeah, the Arsenal youth days is key as well. That's key, I think. In the whole thing.
There's a comment coming on here. Hamer coming back. I've heard all these rumours that we've got first priority and all this rubbish. I don't know whether that's true.
We heard that in January, didn't we? That he was coming back, and he ain't come back. He ain't coming back. What? No.
If Sheffield get relegated. Sorry, Miles. If Sheffield get relegated, they're selling everybody.
Well, they are
relegated.
No, sorry. They'll be selling everybody next season. They have to because of the money situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're already getting points deducted as well, so they're starting the season on minus points. So I don't know. You know, but it's still minus points. But the thing is, right, with Hamer, they haven't paid us all the money anyway. So do you just say, right, don't bother paying us all the money, we'll have him back?
Well, yeah.
They could do that. They look, well, we will. Yeah, they could do that. Come to an arrangement.
We'll have him back. Yeah, he's not happy there, is he? He's not happy.
Trevor Merriman. Today, apparently.
Was he in there? Was he? Yeah.
He's got that Ken Fest of all things this evening. There's photos on Facebook of him in Kenilworth.
Oh, right.
He's probably at the awards tonight then.
Yeah.
He's probably been invited. Trevor Merriman.
Totally for the one game in Leicester.
Trevor Merriman says, totally agree. Really looked forward to the Thursday and Sunday shows. Great shows, guys. And thank you, PUSB. Thank you very much as well, Trevor. Don't forget to stay tuned because we are bringing shows all the way through the summer for you every Sunday and Thursday for you.
The Euros on as well.
We're going to keep going. We're going to get fans as well that are travelling to the Euros so we can get some real good chat about England and all
and Italy.
Things, what's going on. Italy.
And hopefully,
Scotland.
Hopefully, when the Travellers go on tour in the summer, hopefully, I think the rumour is they're going back to Spain. I'm going to go out.
You're not meant to know that.
Well,
you're not meant to tell people that.
Well,
I told you that in confidence. Unbelievable.
You're not the only one that told me. Loads of people have told me that.
Unbelievable.
Plus, listen, look, we know where they go.
Stop now, Ken.
We'll be there.
Stop digging holes. Stop digging holes. So you're going, Ken?
Wherever they go, but I can tell you it's going to be Spain.
How about that? Ken's going to Spain if no one else is.
I'm not
Where are they going?
I'm not going to
Where are
say
they
where.
going?
The big country.
Alicante.
I didn't say Alicante. I said Spain.
I hope it's where because I might actually go. Actually, it depends how I feel.
Mosquito again. What's going on?
I
Got
hope
mosquitoes in here.
it's where they normally go. It's about 10 minutes away from where my friend's house is, and he
Yeah.
didn't realise
Mhm.
that they have these games there. Hadn't got a
There you
clue.
go. Really need flights, Ken.
Well,
Ken
that's
really need flights.
That's the thing. They played Notts Forest over there last time, didn't they? And they only
Yeah.
just hopefully they can get a couple of games.
Can your mate says, "Oh, I've just cycled to a ground. There's I think there's England women's playing." I said, "Oh yeah, I know exactly where you are." So that's where Cobb were last year or the year before.
Yeah.
Well, they went to
Peter.
Portugal, actually, didn't they? Ian Small's coming. He says, "Be good listening. Being good listening team. Well done. I agree with your Facebook comments, Claudio. We have been underachieved. Too many players inconsistent. Palmer and Wright being prime suspects." Yeah, definitely. Good evening, Ian. Hope you got back to France okay, mate. Hope you're looking after yourself. Mark Cunningham, good evening, Mark. Great to see you last Thursday, mate. Thanks for joining us again.
Good evening, Mark.
Excellent season for the Sky Blue Fans TV. I've enjoyed it immensely. Looking forward to next season and promotion with the Sky Blues. Well done, all. Fantastic. Thank you so
That's
much. Miles, you were going to get a photo. No, you were getting the photo, Anne. That's what you told me. We're going to have an argument now, aren't we? Love you, Anne, honest. Lee Beckett, Kelly hit the post at Blackburn. Oh, yeah,
Yes.
Blackburn, was it? Yeah, Blackburn. That's right. Not Ipswich. Sorry, that's my fault. That's the ironic with Eustace. Covandy, 12th. He said 12th that we would average finish.
Yeah.
Carl Robinson says from Sky Blue Fans Forum. Oh, good evening, Carl. Craig. Hope you're all right, mate. O'Hare will have a set. Get me teeth in. O'Hare will have to stay or will he go? There's a lot of divided thoughts. Where will he go? A lot of links with our players with Sims and Sheaf being named to leave. There's one for you. Where's O'Hare going then?
I think he's going abroad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going back to that night at the tavern when he was saying he's learning Spanish. It just seemed like a weird thing to be learning Spanish. No, whether it's because he's got this villa there or he's thinking of going to Spain. So who knows? But to be honest, I don't care. I really don't care. When he leaves, I don't care where he goes. I'm not bothered.
Yeah.
Well,
we all move on, don't we?
Exactly.
Everybody.
Yeah, I'm not. I wish him all the best. Thanks very much, but I don't care.
Yeah. Vic, what about you?
It's nice as well. It's nice if he goes to Spain though, because then we don't have to see it every week. I quite like that with Vic as well. It's sort of just like out of your mind, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
I want him to go and play for Las Palmas, so when I go to Gran Canaria to see Paul, he can take to go and watch him. And they got a Hummel kit, so there you go.
I do think though, if the contract's just rolled, so like if it was like a normal job where you have to hand your notice in and leave, like we all have to do, and so he had to actually physically force a move and all that, I do wonder whether he would go. I feel like that having an agent and having to talk about more money and all those sorts of things is what's engineering it. I think otherwise he's just playing and happy. And I do wonder if football was the same as like normal jobs, whether he would actually have ever got round to moving on. It just seems very settled, and it's quite hard to work away from like work friends. They've obviously got a good relationship, and so it just makes you wonder how things would be different if football contracts were different.
Yeah, definitely. Carl Andy comes in. I would like Binks to sign on a permanent contract. Yeah, I think we would all like that. As I say, it'd be nice for him to get a bit more game time. I think he does look out of the three. I think he looks the best. To be honest,
I don't know how much it cost us, though.
No, don't know. Rob Nichols, I agree with Miles. Reference KP. Gets knocked off the ball far too easily. I think Torp might make a great number 10. He has tight ball control, eye for a pass, and an engine. He does have an eye for a pass, Torp, doesn't
Oh God, yeah.
I mean, not only that. What was it yesterday? I was looking at Facebook. Someone put some clips of Sakamoto, because obviously Sakamoto's fit again, and they put some clips of Sakamoto crossing the ball into the box. I mean, those crosses he does is just unbelievable. And Torp's got that sort of cross in here as well. I mean, Binks did it yesterday as well. He played a crossfield pass all the way from that left back position right out to Milan. It was a beautiful ball. The way it just went out and he brought it down, it was just phenomenal. And if you've got players like that in your team that can pass the ball like that, it's just amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's you don't come through the Spurs ranks. I'm talking about Binks here, and go to Bologna. You know, Italian clubs aren't going to take a punt on you if you're not if you're crap, basically. Especially top sides. You know, he's a good player. He's a really good player, but it's the finance bit, isn't it? Who knows?
Yeah.
What
he must be on good wages. He must be on good wages because he can afford to shop in Sainsbury's. I can't.
I think we're paying part of his wages, aren't we, as part of the deal, I think.
Yeah. I often think that about my neighbour. He keeps getting deliveries from Ocado. I'm thinking, how's he managing that? He's always at home. Is it not as far as season ticket holder he is?
Must be on some good money now then. Alien Nick and you announced that. I can't announce that.
Hey,
just call her Ella.
Ella. Hello, Ella. Hey from Ireland up the Sky Blues. Hi, Ella. Rob Nichols. I agree with Miles again. Reference to Silva. Too lightweight, too small. Neither a fullback or an attacking winger. Need Harrison Burrows from Peterborough with Bidwell as backup. Yeah, apparently we are linked with another player at Peterborough. Claudia, I think you heard.
Yeah, I thought it was a forward though. But
no,
if it's Burrows, if it is Burrows, yeah, he's a good lad. Yeah, he looked good last night.
We got Jack.
Sorry, no, it's better. Oh, there's two Burrows. That's going to be confused, isn't it?
Oh, blimey.
It's a bit like when one of the hockey teams we used to look after. I had 5 Daves across the midfield one game, and it was hilarious. So I just kept shouting, Dave. And they all kept looking at me. Not you, the other Dave.
Any more comments about it?
Brilliant. I was just about to say, Ken must be on some great overtime today because he's bought a new polo shirt.
No, I did this last week actually. I did buy this last week, but I haven't worn it yet.
How did you afford that?
Hey?
How did you afford that? I could only afford a tenner on my new comp shirt.
Well, I've got to keep it going now, official merchandise and all that.
Don't forget, later on, guys, we've got the winner of Player of the Season to come as well. Hopefully, we'll get the trophy to them earlier than a year later this year.
Nice.
Hope it will be nice. Lee Beckett says, hope Bidwell stays. Still has a year on his contract. I hope he stays as well.
I do too, yeah.
Yeah, I love Bidwell. Ian Pimlock, De Silva is too small for a defender. His ball choice is poor and he can't take a corner.
You're right there.
Sorry, Jay De Silva. Really sorry. Graham Cockrell, we need a midfield leader who will link defence to attacking players. Yeah, definitely. Craig Robinson, Sheffield United down. Gus coming back. We have first refusal. Oh, get me teeth in. Refusal. I'll say it. I can't say it. What's going on? Especially if it's a midfield clear out. Refusal. Oh, forget it. I can't say it tonight. I don't know. I haven't been drinking either, honest. Keith Ray, all the way from Canada. Good evening. Good day, folks. Disappointed end to the season. It is what it is. Welcome to the Sky Blue roller coaster. See you all next season. Yes, definitely. David Jackson, good evening, David. I'm exhausted after this season, especially after Wembley. Never recovered, let alone the players. What's your thoughts? Did we compromise the league for the FA Cup? Oh, there you go. Did we compromise the league?
I think we took our eye off the ball a little bit. It's fair to say.
Yes and no. I don't. They were going for both, weren't they? It just didn't work out.
Although
No.
Robin didn't admit it, we did take our eye off the ball, I think. Starting with that Birmingham game. Definitely, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Because they didn't want to tackle that Birmingham game.
No.
Yeah, we didn't. We were just absolutely awful against Birmingham. Really, really poor.
And it just shows you how poor we were, because they went and played the next two games against very poor sides, Rotherham and Huddersfield. The two teams they played after and drew. They didn't even beat them, did they? They struggled. So it just shows you how poor we were.
We need. This is why we need more quality, and like Miles was saying about the mental attitude and the strength and all the rest of it. That's got to be stronger for us to get promoted. End of, basically.
It has to be. It really does have to be. I'm not being rude. I'm just doing something here that might interest everybody.
Really?
Yeah.
It's not that kind of podcast.
No. I'm just trying to download it now, and we should get it live on the screen very shortly. So keep talking among yourselves. Anne Joyner says, where is it? There she goes. Anne Joyner says, no. Oh. She says, no, you can't replace me. What's going on? Is it coming up or not?
It is, yeah. It came up. It's still up
no,
there now.
Claudio, Miles is irreplaceable. There you go.
Oh.
Okay. So, someone, right, carry on talking. I'm just uploading something. Just carry on.
Carry on with some
talk.
of the comments. How about getting the Rotherham keeper in? Says Craig Robinson. Well, we spoke about him, didn't we? He's a good keeper.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's out of contract or whatever, but I suppose you can get him pretty cheap, I presume.
He is. He's gone. I think the last game of the season, he bought 600. He's paid for 600 pints behind the bar somewhere or something in Rotherham for the fans.
He didn't play yesterday either. He didn't play either, did he? I don't know.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, didn't play, and they won 5-2.
Oh, well, there you go. Gusto Audia, we haven't seen enough of Thorpe. He can certainly deliver a decent ball. Eccles needs to work on his delivery. He'll be a top player if he improves his end product. Yeah, I quite agree that he would be definitely. I love Thorpe. I think Thorpe's going to be a fantastic player next year for us. And Eccles just gets better, I think. He'll get better. He's a young lad as well. Gusto again, Macaulay Longstaff to replace Godden. I mean, Macaulay Longstaff, what would you say?
I haven't seen enough of him, really. I know he can score goals, but it's the trouble is, if we want to go up, at some point we have to take a gamble. Surely we can't rely on Mark Robbins and Adi and whoever else to try and do miracles. It ain't going to happen. We've got to be careful. We don't do a Huddersfield next season where they finish third, get to play a final, lose. The following season don't do as well, and then get relegated because they got it all wrong. At some point, I think we have to bring in at least 2 or 3 players with real experience of the Championship at the right age. I don't think we're going to get much further if we just keep picking players from League One. That's just my opinion. I just think we need more quality.
I haven't seen enough of that Longstaff either to sort of know. I mean, obviously, you see he scores a lot of goals, but I think Claudio's right, isn't he? And that's a gamble. You bring him in. Can he do it at this level? You've got to wait for him to settle. It either works or it doesn't. And it's just a gamble again, isn't it? So I think you're right, Claudio.
Peter Doolan, good evening, Peter. Immensely proud of the team, and a shout out to Liam Kelly and O'Hare for giving us some great memories, and any player that also leaves, a big shout out to them. Plus all the backroom staff, and of course our king. Did
you read out the Ian Harris one from Los Angeles?
I've got it here.
You are put it up then, Claudio.
It's from Ian Harris. Afternoon from Los Angeles, California. Disappointing end to the season, but it's still a great journey that will be remembered for a long while. And thanks to Claudio, and Miles and Ken, and obviously Vicky for the weekly shows. I said and Vicky for the weekly shows. Well, she's always on a holiday, isn't she? I mean, she's.
Oh yeah, Judith Chalmers there.
You might have missed me. Yeah.
Yeah, keep us Sky Blue fans overseas up to date. PUSB, Sky Blue Army in LA. And I have to say, to be honest, even the people who interact with us keep us up to date because you give us feed stuff to us all the time, which is great.
Yeah, talking about that, Claudio.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Go on then.
Mark Harrington live at the awards. There you go.
Is that it? We want more.
There's
That's all I got so far.
there's 10 members from the Leamington and Warwick supporters club have gone. They bought a table, and I did have said to my wife, I said, they never told me. They probably did, but they obviously, I counted. There's exactly 10 of them, so they must have got a table for 10. But they're all good.
I nearly got a photo of Mark Robbins yesterday. I was all over excited, but then he turned away before we got to where I was standing outside the ground. So I was.
Okay.
God bless you.
Yeah.
Shall I keep looking at these? Shall I keep coming out with the comments?
Yes.
If we've got lies, let's get them up. Stephen McGovern, we need a quicker ball through the middle, not going wide all the time. This is Paul, just for the crack done. McNally and Thomas could be amazing. It's an interesting one. From Graham Cockrell. I think we had a chat before the game actually yesterday. How did you all meet to set up the podcast? Over to you, Ken.
Long story, basically. It's all sort of from lockdown, really.
Short version.
Lockdown, really. When not many people had much things to do, as we all know. We all sort of got together. A few of us got together, and there was a few more of us at the time. Some people have drifted away to do different things. I'm still here. Vicky's still here from the original one as well. And then we brought in, obviously, Miles and Claudio as well as we were going along. So basically, that's the short version of it. But yeah, we sort of started the lockdown, and that's what got us going. And we've grew strength to strength, and we're still growing and getting bigger and bigger all the time, which is good.
Thanks to everyone that watches.
Yeah, exactly. All the comments, all people that watch. I think if it weren't for you, we wouldn't be where we are.
This is from Black Rose. Exciting season, but the Premier League should always be the priority. Seems like we gave up on that towards the end and chased the FA Cup.
Can I just say on that? Right, I reckon Doug King went this year. Right, we had a bit of money in the summer. We know we're going to get a bit more money from Victor because he's going to move on. We got some money from Hamer. Why not this season have a good cup run, get a bit more money that way? Because that semi-final will be worth a few million to us. And then next season we go again. Maybe he had that in mind. That Wrexham defeat upset me. That Wrexham defeat upset me.
I used to joke, didn't I? I used to say about Doug King's picked the team for the cup match and slipped it under the door to Mark Robbins. And then when we played the first match, he had like the strongest team possible.
He did, to be fair, stronger team out in the FA Cup this year.
Even Maidstone was thinking, oh, that's a bit tasty to put out against Maidstone.
Yeah.
Get the job done.
The thing is,
I don't regret it. No, you can't regret the cup run.
Yeah, that's it, Claudio, isn't it? That's the thing. Like we might be disappointed that we haven't made the playoffs or automatics or whatever, but in the grand scheme of things, I still believe we'll get there eventually. I think we're still on the right path to that, and we can't. No one can rob us of the memories of this year's cup run, and lots of us who aren't old enough to remember the '87 cup run. I've never been to an FA Cup semi-final before, so this is like memorable moments that you look back at, like in sort of 30 years when we're looking back at the times we'll remember that cup run. We won't remember that this wasn't the best league season and we didn't quite make it. We'll remember the cup run, and no one can rob us of that, can they?
No, everyone will talk about that dramatic comeback and what could have been, and it would be talked about for years and years. It was just
And
one
this
of the-
season, the playoffs, if we'd have gone in sixth, they're much harder than last season. The teams
Oh
are in it.
yeah.
I don't think.
Yeah.
I know we got a win and a draw against Leeds, but I don't think we'd get it this time. When
No.
it push comes to shove, I think Leeds would beat us this time around.
Saying that, Claudia,
Yeah.
not many people thought we'd do Middlesbrough, did they?
No, but they'd only won one in the last 9 games, didn't they, or something? They were dropping down, weren't they?
Yeah.
Another few more games that have probably dropped out the playoffs the way they were going. So we played them at the right time. I just
Especially
think,
still at home the first
yeah,
game.
Southampton. You know, if we finished, Southampton are strong still.
Yeah.
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 And we never do great against Albion or Norwich, do we? They're not
Exactly,
like great
it's not-
teams for us. It's not.
I wouldn't like that game when we've not got no luck against them.
Exactly.
No.
So you know,
Ella's come on again. Good evening, Ella. Ella, would you like to come on the show? It'd be great to have someone from Ireland on the show. Come over
Yeah.
from Ireland for every home match. Coventry people are so welcoming. Yes, come on, Ella. Come on the show. Why not? Why not? Let's get some.
Yeah.
Paul, we've had that one, haven't we, about Hamer. Thanks, Paul. Lee Beckett, you're always welcome, Ella. Yes, she's definitely always welcome. Paul Critterford, Sheffield United want 15 million for Hamer. Well, they can't have it because they haven't even paid us the 15 million for him. And Joyner, who on earth will you find to get on here?
I do wonder.
You know what? My mind, I don't know. I ain't got
Got
a
to be
clue.
somebody with a flag. Got to be somebody with a flag.
Yeah, someone with a flag. Yeah. I don't know who we're going to get now. Not got a clue. Not a clue. Quentin Cartwright said, Robin's got a place in Spain.
Has he?
yes,
There you go.
yes.
Mark Cunningham, apparently, according to some parts of the media, Hamer is up for sale for 15 million. Well, they haven't paid us yet. Catty Cads, good evening, all Miles. How was the prawn sandwiches yesterday? Look, Martin, I don't know where you got the idea from that I was having prawn sandwiches yesterday. I was in my normal seat. I was in Singer's Corner, and my boss's family sat behind the goal to my left of the Singer's Corner. So I don't know where you got the idea from for that. And as for Tony Swidek trying to interview players at Dillon's, good luck, mate.
Trying to do what?
Trying to interview players at Dillon's, blessing. Yeah, good luck with that one. Assassins Unite. A proven keeper is priority. Now, someone like Fraser Forster or Tom Heaton. 2 centre halves, a couple of midfielders, an exciting summer ahead. I feel Doug knows what he has to do. There you go. Well, we'll have to wait and see. It is going to be interesting. So, Craig Robinson, how about getting the Rotherham keeper in? Craig, I don't know, guys. We did it with Brad Collins. He was at Barnsley. League went down to League One. I don't know.
Well, so
The
he
thing is
didn't
with
play,
the Vol-
he didn't play yesterday, and they won 5-2. Said Claudio, didn't he? Is that right?
I don't
yeah.
know.
Yeah. He didn't play. They won 5-2.
The thing is, as well, he got a lot of his reputation.
Christo
And that's
Audio.
the,
We've had that one, Miles. We've had that one. The next 2 we've had,
I'll have it, sorry.
and that one, yeah.
Peter Doolan. Oh.
Sorry.
Have you had that one?
No, not yet. Go on.
No.
Somebody mentioned corners. We really need to work on them. They're awful. We have so much height in Sims and Wright Thomas when he comes up, and our corners are plain dreadful. They are dreadful. As we mentioned earlier, I reckon the keepers just laugh when we get a corner. Don't worry about this, lads. It ain't going anywhere. Talk can deliver a corner. Yeah, definitely. Longstaff is a good call. Assassins United set pieces need to be better. Yes, they do.
They do.
Although we have scored 3 free kicks this year, and it took us 2 seasons to score a free kick. So, we'll have that.
there needs to be
Lee
more
Beckett-
movement for free corners as well, though. I mean, sometimes, lots of the deliveries are either too short or too long, but even the ones that get into quite a good place, we're too static. And so yesterday, the goalkeeper came out and collected a few. There was no pressure under him at all. So there needs to be more movement from the players in the box as well to be challenging and making it difficult. And so that's not great either.
No, definitely not. Lee Beckett coming in and says 900k relegation release clause for the keeper. That's
Oh,
from Rotherham. Trevor Merriman, where do Hull stand with all the loans and signings? Trouble. Yeah,
because
it
they
is
pushed
trouble.
both out, didn't they, to go and try and go up.
Yeah, didn't work.
Failed.
They could be in trouble. David Jackson says we should try and sign Smodic from Blackburn, quality player and hard working. I was going to bring that one up. I think that's a player we need to try and go for, but I think a Premier League player club will come in for him, won't they? Do you think?
Because the Premier League have got a weird thing about Championship players, haven't they? What do you think, Claudia?
I think he'll go to Ipswich. He's from Colchester. It's that sort of area, isn't it? He'd be ideal for Ipswich. But then, see, somebody might not take a punt because he's only really played at this level, and he had a half decent season last season, and before that, his goal scoring record was like 1 in 4. It's just he's had a mad season, I think. So it could be one of those, but it could be like a McNally situation. Not McNally,
McNulty.
McNulty, sorry, too many Macs. It's similar. He did absolutely nothing after he left us. So I mean, it'd be good in the Championship, I think. But they'd want about 15 million for him.
Easily. Porker Rich 9 says no chance of getting him. Yeah, I can't see us getting him. Graham Cockrell, maybe we could play Roma in pre-season at CBS. That would make
Claudia.
That's Gus at Kenfest.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Brilliant.
I was going to go to that as well. Good.
Rob Nichols, McNally, Thomas are both right footers, so it wouldn't work. No, you need a left footer in there. Assassins Unite. We haven't received much of Hamer's money. No, we haven't. It's just saying that about actually right-footed. Do you remember? Not last season we were talking to McNally and that at the tavern, and we said, "What's it like having 2 right-footed defenders on the pitch at the same time?" No, it was to Ben Wilson, I think, and he said he prefers to have a left footer on his left-hand side because of the way the ball gets played out of the box, gets played away from the goal and not towards the goal. Not centre. It gets played away. So they prefer it that way. Something like that. Something along those sort of lines. I'm probably talking a load of rubbish knowing me. That was that one. Mark Cunningham says, so when and where is the next Sky Blue Fans TV on the road?
To be announced.
It will be.
Well, it will be, but we're open to ideas as well, aren't we? If there's anywhere you think that's near to you, that's a probably decent place, that's not ridiculously too big, where you might think, well, it could be a good venue, we're happy to do it.
Yeah. We're going to come on the road next season. Ken, carry on.
So there'll be a lot more of that next year, won't there, on the road, outside broadcast, as we call it. Outside from our luxury studios.
We're going to try and do one a month, aren't we? We're going to try and go one a month, and if Pete, like Claudia just said, and Vicky and everyone else, if you know anywhere you want us to come, let us know where you want us to come. We will come to your local pub as long as the landlord lets us set up, and we'll have a forum where you can all join in. We'll sit around the table, we'll sit in the pub, we'll pass the microphones around, and we'll make a night of it, and we'll try and get some raffle prizes and things like that, and we'll make a night of it, and we'll do one a month. It'd be brilliant, wouldn't it? It'd be absolutely brilliant.
And
we're going to go out and meet everyone.
We're not just going to Leamington, we'll go Leamington or surrounding areas, maybe Stratford, Kenilworth.
Los Angeles, if he wants to pay for the flights.
Yeah, Los Angeles. Yeah. You know what I'm hoping for? Do you know what I'm hoping for? Right? I'm hoping Southampton don't go up. Right? And we have a weekend in Portsmouth. We have a weekend in Southampton, and we get a weekend in Plymouth.
Yeah.
Right? We can all go down to 3 different hotels down in Portsmouth, Plymouth, and Southampton. Get Cov fans down there that live there as well. Come and join us like we did at Ipswich, around the table in the hotel. Be brilliant, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
They're all going to be Tuesday nights, aren't they?
But we just got to hope
Oh, yeah.
that they give a Saturday game, not a Tuesday night game. Because I don't want to go down to Plymouth again on a Tuesday night. No.
No, definitely not. No. So yeah, if anyone's got any ideas, email us where you want us to come, and we're going to come out on the road. It's going to be really good because we've enjoyed it, haven't we?
Now
We
this
have
is what
enjoyed it.
just as well, Claudio, weren't we? About your best game of the season.
Yes.
Best and worst game. For me, I'll answer straight away with mine. Best game
Go
without
on.
a doubt was the Wolves FA Cup game away. And the worst game, I'd say, was Birmingham away in the league.
What about the league, though? Forget
Oh,
the cup. I think the two cup, Man United and Wolves, I think it's an obvious one, isn't it?
Yeah.
But what about in the league? Any standouts?
In the league. Trying to think.
Leeds at home would be one. I enjoyed Millwall away because that was a bit of a turning point. We hadn't been on the best run up into that game, and Millwall away was a good game, good result. I enjoyed that.
I think the Sunderland 0-0 draw at home was an exceptional game.
I was on holiday. I was on holiday for that game and the Birmingham away game. I picked good times to be away.
The first one for me was Birmingham away. I've never seen them play like that all season. They were terrible. Absolutely awful. And that's got to go down as the worst.
Yeah, I'm going to go two home games in the league. I mean, Leicester and Leeds were up there just for the whole atmosphere, and we're on the edge of the seats. Obviously, wanting to beat Leicester, wanting to beat Leeds. Away games, Middlesbrough was great. I said that on a different podcast. Sorry, Millwall, but to win at Sunderland 3-0 and 3-1 at Middlesbrough in the same season, that's pretty good for us, you know.
Yeah.
But the worst ones are terrible. Bristol City away wasn't very good, was it? And obviously Blues.
Oh no.
At home though, Preston North End. I mean, come on! I'm fed up with this thing that we can't beat them.
When they turn up, we don't get anything.
It's just ridiculous. I'm convinced the day we beat them, we're going up. It's only that's going to happen.
Do you know? Yeah, go on.
Sorry, and also, I mean, to me, the last day of the season was a bit of a letdown. I have to say that. I'd love to have ended with 3 points, basically. And in the end, I was just thinking, just get a draw. Just don't lose the last game of the season with all these people here. And, but there haven't been too many. It's just that at home, we've had some drab draws, haven't we?
Yeah, and as you say, to only win 9 games in the season is not good enough, is it?
Yeah.
You got to make
I met my first ever favourite player yesterday, so that made my day. My first favourite ever player was John Williams. And he was there yesterday, so I got a photo with him, and he was a really nice man. And that's like, I was just happy from that. Yeah,
brilliant, love it.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yep.
That is. I love that. That's brilliant, isn't it? That is
He was
really
that.
good. I'll give you mine. My worst away game, Birmingham. Seriously, honest, I had enough of that. Worst home game, Preston. I'm sick to death of Preston. I've had enough of them. I ain't going up there again. Forget it. Even if we're top of the league, I ain't going up there. There's no point. There's no point. There really ain't. I've got two favourite home games, and you've already said them anyway. It's Leeds and Leicester. I just thought to take on those two teams, and especially when Leicester had so many fans there, and we just absolutely just took the rip out of them. I just thought it was just fantastic, absolutely brilliant. I just loved taking the rip out of them, and I don't care if they had a player sent off; they deserved it. It was a horrible challenge. And the best away game, I didn't go this year, but what I seen on telly, it was Sunderland. I thought the performance at Sunderland was absolutely first class.
And you got to
and when you look at those games, you look at those three great games. If we could have done that all season, it just would have been phenomenal. It would have been brilliant. And you can't not choose the cup games. You can't not choose the cup games. I mean, I was with Martin and his granddaughter Eva. It was her first away game at Wolves, and to see her face and at the end of that game to come back the way we did, and bless her, she was crying. She was that emotional because we'd done it. It was just beautiful to see her face. It was just brilliant. It was just so nice to see someone young like that to do that, and then the same to get to a semi-final to see Will's face at Wembley.
Yeah.
Especially when that fourth goal went in, and we were like, we've gone and done it. You thought we've gone and done it, and then to have it chalked off, which we know it was a goal. Don't care what anyone says, it was a goal. We won 4-3. I just think that's what I mean. The season's been one of those up, down, up, down, up, down, but it's been a good season. And when you look at those games,
and looking back to the first game of the season at Leicester, we played really well, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were very lucky not to get. We should have got some of that game.
Yeah, should never have
The
lost
thing
that
is as
game.
well. The thing is as well. Like,
I
we
can
we're a bit disappointed that we haven't obviously made like the playoffs or promotional or whatever. But how many seasons did we have where we didn't even have any highs? It was basically just like doom all through the season. Like you have a conversation like this at the end of the season, you'd be struggling to pick out any good moments, and we've had all these moments you've just spoken about there in this season. So even though there's things that we might have liked to have gone a bit better, so there's been so much amazing. And when you see all these kids going up to the CBS and they're all there like scrambling to see the players after the game, all that sort of stuff, like that's the cementing a fan base for the future, isn't it? And that's what this is doing at the moment.
But even see, I mean, we were there before kickoff yesterday, and we took the kids down to see a couple of the players. And Bidwell, I went over to see Bidwell, the pitch took with the kids for them, and the people queuing up before the game to get autographs off the players. It was 5 deep.
Yeah,
5 deep.
Yeah,
you wouldn't even get that in the Premier League. They wouldn't be anywhere near them. It's unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable the way this club has gone.
After the game yesterday, got home and Caroline says, "Oh, I could do again to post some stuff, one of those locker things." So I went to the first place, and I kept saying to her, "Look at this! This is like how many kids and adults I've seen already from driving from where I live up to Bannerbrook to start with, and." Just people wandering around with some sort of city regalia on. They went up to Eastern Green, went up there again because you couldn't use that one. You had to go to Eastern Green. So we went there, and yet again. I mean, I know we're in Coventry, and you should have Cov City shirts on. Then we went back to Bannerbrook, and I pulled up, and next to me in this car was two guys who must have been, I would say, late 20s, early 30s. One sat with an Arsenal shirt on, one with a Chelsea shirt on. And I start brewing. This is ridiculous. I'm too old for this. And I just wanted to knock the window and say, "What are you doing wearing that pile of rubbish?" Because I was so happy to see so many different people around the area wearing Cov shirts. I'm thinking this is great because even in Coventry, you didn't see it as much as you've seen in the last 3 or 4 years.
No. Yeah.
Especially since COVID. After COVID, it's skyrocketed now. It has, I think, and there's a great comment there. The cup run has cemented the next generation of Coventry fans.
Yeah.
Steve, it's true.
No,
definitely true.
Not.
And because some of these kids were small, and I think there you go. And I said to Caroline, that's what happens. Your mate wears a football shirt. It's Cov City. His mate wants to be a Cov City fan because he wants to be the same as his mate. That's how it happens. That's why in the 70s when I went to school, everybody supported Leeds, Man United, Liverpool, Chelsea.
Yeah.
I'm going to Whitnash School, and probably 4 kids supported Cov. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It is.
Yes, but it's so much better now.
It's way better. It really is a lot better. Stephen McGovern, the cup run has cemented the next generation Cov fans. Yeah. Gusto Audio's come on. Think we'd do well if Preston, Swansea and Cardiff went down.
Yeah, definitely.
It'd be great. That'd be brilliant.
I ain't going to Wales again either. You forget it. Ray Carlin's come on. It says strange things can happen in football. If Mark and AD were poached by another club in the summer, do any future managers' names come to mind?
I can't even think about that. I'd be
No.
devastated.
I wouldn't know anybody that would do the
No.
job. At the,
You need championship managers who know. I mean, this is the thing with the guy at Leeds, Farker and Wagner, another one, Corcoran, another one. They're good managers. They're all up there, aren't they? Wherever we think of Russell Martin, his teams play good football and they get results. Yeah. There are a few, but you got to poach them from other teams, haven't you?
Well, I'll tell you who I do like, actually. That Liam Wassenaar from Hull. I do like him.
Yeah, I've seen, yeah.
I'd have Sam Allardyce.
You know what? I mean, people laugh, but some Allardyce teams weren't that bad. They used to say he was a terrible manager. He was anti-football. He had a Kocher playing for him.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
that
like one of
Bolton
the best
team
African players. That Bolton team was so entertaining.
Yeah.
Used to hate playing them.
Oh, I know who's free. Wayne Rooney.
I'd sooner have his missus. She can win things. Court case.
Craig Robinson's come. He says playoffs. Who do you think will get to the final? That's a good question.
I think Leeds.
Who's going to
get one. I think it's going to be Leeds and Norwich.
Oh, I think Southampton will get there.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I think Southampton.
Yeah, go on, Claudia.
I'm saying Southampton to go up.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to say it's going to be Southampton, West Brom in the final. West Brom will go up.
Oh, right, okay. Well, I'm going to stick with Leeds. I think Leeds will come good, and I think they'll go up.
Yeah, see, that'd be my luck because I had a bet at the start of the season. It hasn't come off, has it? 3 Yorkshire teams to go down, 3 Midland teams to go up. So obviously 2 have gone down from Yorkshire, haven't they? Sheffield Wednesday being idiots and saving themselves. Oh, and I've had a message from my friend and our friend of the channel, the racist, allegedly, from Sheffield Wednesday. And this is...
I don't want to hear it.
Well, I'm going to read it out because I don't understand the mentality of some people. First of all, he sends me a poem, which I'm not going to read the poem out. And this is what he said. Be sure that Casey Palmer doesn't show up at S6 next season.
Oh, for God's sake.
Yeah, I've got it here, written down here. I mean, what's he on? Like,
He showed up twice last year.
I don't reply to them, but I did want to say, well, I'll drive him up there, mate. You know what I mean?
What an idiot. What an idiot. Absolute idiot. Adam Shaw's come on. He says, we try and walk the ball into the net too much. Sometimes when we're in a good attacking position, the ball ends up back into the centre backs. It does. We don't have a go from outside the box enough.
Yeah.
And Joyner says, final comment, I promise. Thank you for entertainment all season. Miles, Ken, Claudio and Vicky. Love the banter. Guests, live broadcasts. Miles managed to collar me a couple of times. Great to meet some of you. Claudio, not had the pleasure of your company yet. And you don't want it honest. You never get away.
You asking me out? I'm a
you
married man.
You don't shut up. Honest. Gavin Collins says, Buchanan and Saunderson from Blues. Bramall from Rotherham for left back. Rudoni from Huddersfield. All should be gettable and would bolster the squad in depth. But do we want to be signing players that have gone down? We've got to get away from this. Have we got to get away from this?
Well, they've got to be at the right age, haven't they? Because there's a certain age that Robbins and Vivas go. They don't tend to go for older players. They go for young.
Okay. Sorry, Ken. Okay, then. So Leeds got relegated. Would you have signed Ruta and would you have signed the guy on the wing. Can't think of his name now. The one who had a row with Thomas
Somerville.
Somerville. So they're not all.
That's different. That's different. That's coming down from the Premier League. It's not coming down from Championship to League One, is it?
I know, but I'm saying
no.
just because you get relegated with the club doesn't mean it's your fault. You can be a standout player in that team.
That's it. And does that show character? If these players manage to still look good in a team that was struggling, does that show character as well? The fact that they can still play their game and like show something, and so is that a good quality to bring in as well?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think that Ridoni from Huddersfield's a good player. I did like him when I seen him play. I thought he was very good.
We need midfielders with an eye for goal as well, don't we? I mean, Talk will have a shot. Sheaf and Eccles, for all the good things that Sheaf does, he's not a goal scorer, is he? Really? He scored a wonder goal. I think that's my goal of the season, by the way, at Sheffield Wednesday away, where he did the see you later to Barry Bannon and shoved it in. Great goal.
Yeah,
but he's not really a goal scorer, is he? Eccles and a goal scorer. Casey Palmer. Tell you what, this is what's poor for number 10. 2 goals and about 5 assists or something all season.
Yeah, 4 goals in all competitions, and Ogden said he's good enough for the Premier League.
Nonsense.
Yeah.
No.
Ian Harris comes in. He says, "We're on the global stage with the FA Cup semi-final. We will be remembered for the long, long time. P.S. Apologies, Victoria, for missing you out on my previous message."
Well, she knows where you live now.
Yeah, she knows where you live, LA. Glenn Watkins comes in and says, "Enjoy the summer all." Thank you, Glenn, and you, mate, and you. He also says, "R.I.P. Ian Gattenby. Thoughts and prayers with his family, friends and family."
Oh, okay, right.
There you go. Any thoughts on that, guys?
I know that name, I'm not sure.
I know he goes to.
I know the name.
With a lad called somebody Collins. I can't think of his.
David Collins.
Yeah, he travels with him, doesn't he? So he goes to matches with him.
Okay.
I probably have met him then. Yeah. Well, that's really sad news.
That's terrible. Yeah, because he can't be that old.
Yeah, that's sad. So what's happened? When did that happen?
It must have been today, probably.
Because I don't know anything.
Over the weekend.
Oh dear. Oh blimey.
That's really sad news.
He's just messaged me.
Oh, is he?
Bloody hell! Ian only just messaged me the other day. He was talking about he was going to open a pub in Borsal Common.
Oh, is that the guy from the
Cov CCFC t-shirts?
T-shirts, yeah.
Yes, yeah. Oh my word.
CCFC fans, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh my word! I've just got this now. It's just come through. So Glenn, I've just picked it up, mate. Thank you.
I didn't know.
Wow.
What happened there?
Oh my goodness. Oh dear.
That's a
that's
shock.
heartbreaking.
I thought I knew the name, and I thought, where do I know that name from?
Oh.
That's Ian from CCFC Fan Store.
Yeah.
He's not that old. He's not. He's only probably in his 30s, I'd say, 40s at the most.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, very sad. Very sad.
Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm really, really sorry.
Condolences to his family, because we spoke to him
friends.
times in the past.
Well, best not, because you don't know what's happened to him, so it's best not to say anything.
No.
Apart from
Well,
all
thoughts and all out to his family and friends. Oh man. Oh dear. That's not good. Not good. Adam Shaw. Palmer made a good save during our Rondo in half time. Put him in goal. That was when he was on warming up. David Jackson, Bobby Thomas, captain next season. Right, Ben Sheaf goes, but I'd give it Ben Sheaf all day long. Ben Sheaf all day long. Lee Beckett, Balls Head Brinklow. There you go. Balls Head Brinklow. There's one already. I'm going to make a note of that. Hold on a minute. Balls Head Brinklow. Okay, got that. So that's one pub down then. We've got to get player of the season on as well. So,
Yes.
Yeah. Hanging on, by the way. We haven't done the draw yet. We've got a draw to do to win yourself a new shirt. That'll be all coming up very soon.
Yeah, very soon. A owner, management teams, staff and fan base on board will get to where we want to be soon enough. Yes, we will, definitely. Kyle Thomas says pilot.
In
Oh,
Radford.
the pilot. Yeah, that'll be a good
big
one.
pub, yeah.
Pilot. Okay, yeah, the pilot in Cov. Okay, I'm making a note. Brilliant. What else we got here? Cov Andy, do you want to come to my local lol? Where is it, Cov? Where is it, Cov
Portsmouth.
Andy?
It's in Portsmouth, yeah.
Yeah. That'd be next. Yeah, so right. So Cov Andy, when we play Portsmouth, it's weekend. We're going to get a hotel. We're all going to come down. Vicky, Judith Chalmers here. We're going to get into a hotel, and we're going to. We'll come. We'll come, mate. Yeah, we'll definitely come.
You've been to Portsmouth, Vicky?
Vicky?
You've been to Pompey?
Yeah, I've been to Portsmouth a couple of times. It's a nice, nice.
Oh, you would have.
Chief Ray says Cosmos in Canada.
All right.
Yeah.
How are we going to get to How are we going to get to Canada? Trevor Merriman. Best league game was Leicester at home. Gusto Audio says Leicester at home. Lee Beckett says Leicester at home. Craig Robinson says Leicester at home. Surely. Adam Shaw. Funny seeing Redder Johnson, Frank Newbley, and Reece Clark Cook there at the Legends. It was actually, wasn't it? Redder Johnson looked well cool with his coat. And
he was tall as well. He was like well above me, and not all of them are.
Brilliant. Steve McGovern says, if the moaners aren't moaning, what's that? If the moaners aren't moaning, call it a good season. Call it a good season. Call it a good season.
Call it.
Yeah, call it. That's what I said. Call it. There's no. K Cads. It's very hard to move on from that disallowed goal at Wembley. Obviously, we need to move on, but it hurts when you know we've been done by VAR. Yeah, absolutely right. I believe they were hurting from that.
Did you see Did you see the photo of Rob Gurney with his cap on, the commentary? he's got FU whatever VAR a badge on his hat.
Yeah, that's all right.
Clear view. While he's doing the commentary.
Wow.
That was brilliant.
That's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Wayne Littlewood. There has been a huge increase in shirts you see everywhere now, which is great. Funnily enough, Man U shirts seem to be less and less.
You're right there, mate. You're right there, mate.
Definitely right there. Mark Cunningham, the best thing for me is the connection that the fans and players have. It's heartwarming. It is very heartwarming. Glenn Watkins says, in terms of managers, what is that? How do you say his name? The
Royal
manager.
Roll
of Sheffield Wednesday would be on his list, along with John Eustace.
Yeah, since he came in, they had got 3 points from 33. Their form has been top 9, top 8 Sheffield Wednesday. Whereas Sunderland, Sunderland after Christmas, only Rotherham have picked up fewer points. That's incredible, isn't it? That's how bad they dropped off after Mowbray.
Yeah. It's crazy, isn't it?
The manager is key. I don't understand these owners. The good thing is we've had plenty of wobbles with Mark Robins, and fortunately the owners have always stuck by him and we've got out of it. We lost 4 in a row this season. So we lost 5 in a row last season. But in the end, it hasn't been too bad, has it? It's been pretty good, really. If you just, I mean, and he even said it. They could have got rid of me before Christmas. He said that, but they didn't. So
no. Where are we now? There we are. remember as a kid in the night. Oh, from William Rollins. Remember as a kid from the 90s, I was the one of the only 2 Cov fans at my mates from school. The rest were Chelsea, Man United, and Liverpool. Ian
I
Harris
remember
says
that
Klopp
in
is,
the 90s.
yeah, Klopp is free. William Rollins says Leeds will bottle it again against Stoke. Alison Berry says can't even entertain the idea of Robinless Cov.
Yeah.
No, Cov Andy, that man is a proper PRICK.
Who?
Oh, you
The
Sheffield
Sheffield
Wednesday
Wednesday
fan.
man.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
Sheffield
yeah, yeah.
Wednesday man. Mark Cunningham, Claudio, you should message that idiot to be sure not to come to Coventry. Yeah, definitely. Be sure not to
Yeah.
come to Coventry. And join her. She said it was going to be her last comment. Well, she told us fibs. Only if you're paying. Only if you're paying Claudio. If you're going to take her out.
Equal rights nowadays. Equal rights.
Our gaffer and AD are not going anywhere. They are looking for players with commitment to the Sky Blues. Mark Robbins said that in the Cov Towel. He wouldn't say that if he was looking to leave himself. He ain't going anywhere. Catty Cad says, think Leicester let Birmingham down yesterday by losing to Blackburn. Cheats. George Oster, we have no excuses to have a slow start next season. No, definitely not. Those players I mentioned all a good age and can be coached into our way of playing. Also, need to be realistic and expectations of who we sign. Definitely not going to be throwing tons of money at it to the signings. Have to be shrewd and all have championship experience. Love that comment. That is brilliant. Best clearance of the year. Bidwell's header clearance versus Leeds at home. Amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was from Ian Harris. Brilliant. William Rollins says, Ben Sheaf, player of the season. We were completely a different team when he was not in the team. Trevor Merriman, agree with Claudio. My lad 7 years ago was only City fan in his class. Now in senior school, nearly all Sky Blue fans. Amazing. Wakov 1. Thanks for the fantastic podcast, guys and girls. What are we supposed to do over the summer now? The Phantom Coach in Canley would be a great tour as well. Okay, I'm making a note.
I have to walk there. Well, I can't walk there.
We are continuing over the summer. We've got a lot of plans in the summer, a lot of special shows going up. So stay tuned. We're not going away. So we will be here to entertain.
Every Sunday. Next Sunday, guys, if you want to join us, we're going to be talking about home kits. And on Thursdays, we're going to be broadcasting Claudio and Jim Brown's podcast, but it's going to be live, not live video, but it will be video. So you'll see them talking to each other. So that'll be every Thursday going forward through the summer. Next week, home kits. That should be good fun. Andy Cobb says, Klopp as manager, think I would prefer his brother.
Clipperty.
Right, listen.
That's it.
You know what we haven't? No, you know what we haven't done tonight? George and John statue appeal.
No, we haven't.
And it's also George's birthday. He was born on this very
birthday.
day.
R.I.P. George.
We were going to talk a little bit about George quickly, but if you haven't had a go yet, please donate to, if you can, donate to the old statue appeal. That would be fantastic. Head over to the link in our description on YouTube. Just go on our YouTube channel. Please subscribe. We're over 1,000 subscribers now. It would be fantastic if we can get this total up to the 87,000 we need to get to. Still need another 60,000. So come on, let's get to it. Or if you want to donate 500 quid, you can get your name on the statue as well. Over to you, Claudio. Not Claudio, Ken. Sorry.
Yeah. Right. I think we've gone well over. I mean, it's 9:30. I've been on 2 hours now already. And we haven't done the draw.
Going to go mad.
We've got to do the draw. We've got to... Well, first, we're going to announce our player of the season. All your votes went in, obviously, by email. And Victoria, I'm going to let you announce the winners, please.
In reverse order.
In
So
reverse.
the reverse order.
Yes.
Yeah.
So in third place then, I can't even say this name properly. So it was Milan.
Milan.
Van
Yeah.
Ivak.
There you go. Thanks, Miles.
Okay.
In second place was Jake Bidwell, and then with a considerable margin, actually, was Ben Sheaf as first place player of the season.
Right. So they're the winners. So it doesn't matter who you voted for. Everybody that voted went into a draw. We're just about to draw now to win next season's Hummel home top, which hopefully should be out in the next few weeks or months at least. Not. When was it last year? October.
Hopefully pre-Christmas, anyway.
I think we had problems with the sponsor last year, but I think that's sorted now, isn't it? So hopefully we'll be all out and ready for in the shops for hopefully in the next couple of weeks. So everybody go on holiday with their new shop. Right. So I believe there was 60 entries, weren't there? 60.
Yeah.
Okay. 60 on the spinner wheel, Miles. So let's
Hold on then.
let's go. Select a winner. There you go.
60. Are you ready?
Yeah. Let's press the button. Who's won
Number will be.
Who's going to be first to get this new top next year for this season?
Number is going to be. 31.
31. Victoria is
31. 31 was Kerry Blackerby. Kerry Blackerby.
Kerry Blackerby.
Kerry Blackerby. Congratulations.
If you want to email me your details, please, your contact number and everything, unless we might have it only on your email, but if you haven't got it, if you just
It's on
email,
Facebook in the forums. You can message her.
Yeah, and we'll be in touch, and then obviously once the new top comes out, we'll get your size and everything and get it to you as soon as possible. Thank you very, very much, everybody who entered, and I'm sure did we all be with Ben Sheaf? I think we all went for Ben Sheaf, didn't we, on here?
No,
I went with Alice just because of my
I went with Ben. Who did you go with, Miles?
Jake.
Jake Bidwell. Who did you go for, Victoria?
I went for Ellis just because I was a one-woman fan club at the beginning of the season. I thought I couldn't really move and vote for someone else, so I went with Ellis.
Yeah. Claudia, who did you go for?
Ayari.
Oh.
You just done that to wind me up on Ariel.
Ben Sheaf. Ben Sheaf all day for me. I think he's great.
I think we all agree Ben Sheaf's a fantastic
Oh, yeah.
player.
He is such a nice bloke as well. He comes across. So when we interviewed him that time at the Dillons, didn't we? We had the forum.
Yes.
And Lottie as well actually was on form that night. But Ben is just a top lad. Really nice lad. Yeah, definitely media trained.
And if you remember, when he first came, he has got a lot of stick, didn't he, off a lot of the fans. A lot of people, why we bought him, he's giving the ball away and this, that, and the other. But he was just getting used to the way we play, wasn't he? And once he got his feet under the table, if you like, and realised the way we play, and got into Robin's mould, he was fantastic. He's been fantastic for his whole season. And we struggle when he's not playing, don't we? So
definitely.
Oh, I was a one-woman fan club for him as well when he first joined. I wonder who that would be next season.
Yeah.
Ben Sheaf is just a brilliant player. Just fantastic. So well done, Ben. And hopefully we'll get the trophy to him ASAP if we're allowed. Craig Robinson's coming. He says, "Are you getting paid overtime rates?" This great long show. They get longer and longer. Yeah.
Good job.
It's Claudio.
Good job. I'm not working.
Can I just plug something? Obviously, we talked about the podcast. So not this week, but the week after, we're going to be talking about this.
29 minutes.
Yeah. 29 minutes from Wembley. The book written by Steve Phelps. So Jim Brown's managed to get him on, and I thought wouldn't it be great to get Gary Thompson on and talk about it, seeing as he was basically a massive part of that season. So he's going to come on as well and have a chat about it. We've also, Jim said that at some point Max Biamo, Oggy and Dennis Mortimer are going to join us as well, which is quite good. And that's that's going forward. But if anyone's got any subjects and want to talk about a certain period in history, just drop me a message. Simple.
Yeah. And also we've got David Phillips joining us here on the 24th of May.
Oh, yeah, David Phillips. That's the next one. That's
David Phillips, 24th of May here live on Sky Blue Fans TV. That's a Thursday night, so please tune into that. Can I just mention, I went to the West Orchards today and I bought a couple of pictures. There you go.
Who are they?
Callum O'Hare and Tomoto. There was a man on the ground floor selling these pictures for £5. That's all. £5 for them. £5 each. They're big. They're not that size, obviously. I took a picture of them and shrunk them down. But they're brilliant. And he's going to be doing a collage of the Man United team, the Cov City team that played Man United. I've got to email him the list of everyone that was in the squad that day, and he does these as well. There you go. Look at that. Quite smart. Very smart. So if you want to see him, he's once a month down at the West Orchards on the ground floor. £5 each. Some pictures. Bargain.
Well, there you go.
Sakamoto looks a bit like Bruce Lee, though.
Well, I think
he's Japanese.
That's in a few years' time, Claudia, when he gets a bit older, a bit more experienced.
I think that's brilliant. Oh, that's ace. Right.
Have we missed?
I'm going to go mad.
I'm going to be in trouble too. Can I just quickly say before?
Sorry?
Can I just quickly say that the JSB player of the season is Ellis Sims, according to Coventry City Facebook page. Go on, Ellis.
Oh, exclusive news there. So the Ellis Sims got the
JSB one.
Okay, they're going through the awards then, because they start, and then they'll be going to the big one eventually, I suppose. And I wouldn't rule out Ben Sheaf getting that big one for me. I think he'll get.
Yeah, I think so.
I think he'll get the players' player and he'll get the main player. I think he'll get both.
Yeah.
All the awards don't look very good this year.
But I'm sure we'll find out all that morning. But at least we know who ours is. Ours is, of course, Ben Sheaf. And thanks everybody for voting. Thanks for all your entries for the competition. We'll get the competition prize out to the winner as soon as possible. And thanks for all your messages tonight. It's been a great show. It's gone on a little bit longer than anticipated. Thanks very much for everybody who came on, and thanks very much, Miles, as normal.
Oh, it's been brilliant, absolutely brilliant, and thank you. Can I just say thank you to you guys, Claudio, Victoria, Ken, even the guys that were part of Sky Blue Fans TV before it's changed again and again and again. Thank you to everyone, because I love doing this. This is a dream. I do the radio. I do this. I love it. It's brilliant. And thank you to you guys, because we couldn't do it without you. And thank you to everyone that has subscribed, because it is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So just thank you. And I mean that. Thank you. Cheers.
Okay. Thank you very much. And thanks, Victoria.
Cheers, Cam.
Coming on. Thank you very much. And thanks
and thank you for this award. I thought you were doing an award speech then. Thank you. I think it's my daughter's nail thing. Is that what it is? I hope it is. I'm going to put it back. I don't know what it is.
A couple of comments before we go. Ian Pimlott says Ben has said tonight apparently the players don't always have a choice about moving. But he said he has a target to attain with Coventry.
Yeah, I heard that. He said he's got something. He wants a cheap hair. If it was down to him, that's what he wants.
Is that Ben Sheaf or Ben Wilson?
Ben Sheaf.
Right. Okay. Right. Interesting. Yeah. Lee Beckett. Cheers all. As always, thank you. And Gusto Audio. Thank you. Thank you very much, Gus. Claudio, thank you very much for coming on as normal.
Pleasure.
And we'll have your podcast on Thursday evenings now. So you'll be listening to Claudio on a Thursday evening.
Recording it on Wednesday this week, I think.
And we're not going anywhere during the summer, by the way. The season might be finished, but we're not. We'll be back next Sunday discussing home kits. Is that right, Miles? Home kits.
Home kits next Sunday. Yeah, next Sunday, talk about home kits. Get your favourite home kit comments in. Tell us why it's your favourite home kit.
And do the playoffs start next weekend as well?
Yeah, and we'll have the news of the playoffs.
Yeah.
So plenty to talk about. Right, that's it. Run out of time. A very good night to you all. Play up, Sky Blues. Good night.
Play up, Sky Blues.
Good night.
Oh, I've lost the ending.
Sky Blue Fans TV, for the fans, by the fans.